The new cast for the revamped Fantastic Four movie has been revealed. Let's take a look at the picture. So we've got Sue Storm being played by Kate Mara. We have Miles Teller, Jamie Bell, and Michael B. Jordan rounding out the cast. What do you think?
Meh.
Meh?
Meh. Yeah, I'm not really
Not excited?
impressed.
Did
Not
the old
excited.
one kill it for you, or does
Yeah,
it's just
maybe I'm
not
just jaded
inspired?
from the old one, but I'm not feeling. I mean, it's just the cast at this moment, so we don't even know who the villain is. We don't even know what really the script is about.
It's
just
based off Ultimate Fantastic Four,
which is fine. Which it
was a decent retelling,
Right.
And made them younger and a little
I
sexier.
feel like it's just going to be the same thing as like the difference between Spider-Man and like the Amazing Spider-Man. It's going to be that same type of transition. And I enjoyed, and the difference is that I actually enjoyed the original Spider-Mans. Versus, I thought The Amazing Spider-Man was great, but it wasn't like, oh my God, you blew my mind retelling.
It's like, I'm so glad we redid this.
I'm so glad we redid it.
I actually really liked I think I preferred the remake. Or maybe I just like Gwen Stacy more than I like Mary Jane. That might be it.
That's fair. So,
Yeah.
and I just, I don't know, and I preferred, I forgot who did Amazing versus Tobey. So
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield, yeah. Andrew Garfield did do a better, more sassy performance, but it still doesn't feel like just a dynamic story in the same way. I feel this is going to be the same bit, like with this casting.
So
it will
they
be
make the same
sexier.
mistakes as before?
I don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
I mean, we do have the dynamic casting of Michael B. Jordan as the Human
as
Torch.
Human Torch, right?
And people are complaining
Johnny
a little
Storm.
bit
I'm
because
glad.
he's supposed to be the brother of Sue Storm.
Well, yeah, he's
Clearly.
still got the name, so they'll find a way around that somehow. But I'm glad you brought that up right on the heels of Amazing Spider-Man, because now I'm legit pissed that they didn't consider Donald Glover for the role of Spider-Man. Clearly, they don't mind changing the race of some of these characters.
Right.
Now, the movie that could have been.
Well, he wasn't Peter Parker, so maybe he could still come back as Miles Morales one day in the future. But he's focusing on rap now, so we'll see.
Yes.
But there has been some of that same old kind of racist backlash of changing the race of certain characters.
You got to remember that all these characters were invented in the 60s and 70s and to some extent 80s when
there was actual racial like bigotry.
They made all the characters white because that was the market they were selling to.
Right, and I'm not. That actually, the point of the changing the race does not piss me off.
No.
Like I think that's fine. The only thing that I think is weird is just the kind of like going the younger, sassier, sexier Fantastic Four route. So I mean, at this point, their comics are making such a leap now to like include diversity, include like same sex, include the wide variety of people out there.
I'm just thinking like it doesn't ruin the character to make him non-white. I mean, you can make an adopted relationship or something like that. But there's very few characters that are ruined if you change their race. And if you think that, I think you need to take a look at yourself.
Plus, I mean, we all look the same when we're fully engulfed in flames.
Yeah.
Right.
So
when we're burning in the Ventures Brothers way, right?
Oh, I love that Fantastic.
It's just so good. It's like the dark
skin,
macabre, right?
Constantly on fire.
Right. Childlike.
Childlike.
And
a maniacal asshole. Voiced by Stephen Colbert.
It was beautiful.
We watched The Venture Brothers.
It's not really relevant so much anymore. They haven't been doing they've been keeping up with new stuff, but it was like hot when it first came out.
What's funny? We just talked about Guardians of the Galaxy and how excited we are about taking this bold step forward, but this seems like less of a bold step.
It feels gimmicky. It feels like we're rebooting a movie that only came out like fewer than 10 years ago. So like we have to do some things that are obviously really different so it doesn't get lost in the shuffle. So this is the raison d'etre for making another.
No, we're still talking about where this is Fantastic Four, right? Yeah. So.
Well, we've seen Marvel do this 2 times with the Incredible Hulk, or the Hulk with a different adjective, and we've seen this with Spider-Man. Does it need to happen again? Should they maybe rethink this strategy?
If this movie is going to work, it's going to work because the villain works. That's it.
Doom? Do we think it's Doom? I'm
hearing
whispering that all signs point to Doom.
Right.
Doom. I mean, Doom is hand in hand with their origin.
Yeah, right.
At least as far as the last movies went.
It's like telling Superman without Lex Luthor.
Yeah, which you can do.
You can do, but should you?
But Doom's also the recognizable, archetypical character that's associated with the franchise, you know? So, and I think if they do Doom, unless it's like an amazing storyline with an amazing performance by Doom, I think this one's gonna just be lackluster. I think it will succeed, I think it'll do fine, I think it'll make its money, but I don't think it's gonna I don't think it's gonna pop any nerd boners, you know? So.
I mean, if we have Thanos for the Avengers, it's not a far stretch to see Skrulls for the Fantastic Four, as Andrew was pointing out.
Right.
Super Skrull, Shi'ar, all that stuff. I
Right.
mean, Guardians of the Galaxy are right around the corner.
Right, and for all you know, said Fantastic Four just could be almost like a bridge movie to set up that whole like alien otherworld type
other
of stuff.
dimensions, other
You would
alien
definitely
races.
prefer that, though, to Doom, or would you not?
I think since we had a crack at Doom and we had a crack at Galactus, and both of them were shitty, that they're gonna err in a different direction. That's my feeling.
Okay, fair, reasonable, uncharacteristic.
Well, even a blind
I just don't think this. I don't think this cast is gonna. I don't think this cast is gonna wow anybody. I think if we're gonna get wowed, it's gonna happen when they round out the complete, deal. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't. Whatever. Then it might just be a bridge into the other dimensional work that is done in the franchise. But otherwise, let's just see. We'll just see.
All right, consensus? We'll see.
We'll see.
What do you think of the new cast for the Fantastic Four? And what are your thoughts on that? Please let us know below, and please subscribe.